Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for part 2 in my series on the 2016 Ohio All-State Etudes for oboe. The second etude is on page 48 of the Voxman Selected Studies, and it was written by Heinze. It is in the key of B major. If you have watched my videos before, you will know that I suggest practicing these running 16th note passages all slurred and in different rhythms. For instance, in the long, short rhythm, the first couple of measures would sound like this. You can do this with your metronome on and gradually speed it up. Note that I leave out all of the articulation because I want to hear how evenly my fingers are moving and that my dotted rhythms each sound exactly the same. In the short, long rhythm, those same measures would sound like this. It's more difficult for most people to put the short note on the beat, but it's very beneficial. So I suggest persisting until you are able to achieve that rhythm. There is another E natural down toward the bottom of this etude at the end of the third measure line from the end, and I suggest using the left hand A flat and E flat for that one, the half whole and thumb octave, 2 and 3, left hand A flat and E flat, and 2 and 3 on the right hand. This one doesn't have any dynamics written except forte at the beginning, and then the very last line has dynamics. I don't think that the composer expected you to play the entire thing forte. I would suggest looking at the phrasing, meaning the musical sentences where things start and end, and making decisions on your own. I think that the judges would be excited to hear something that is a musical performance and has some contrast in it. So you will hear some dynamic changes that I have added in this. And as I suggested in the last video, if you're not sure what to do, then start out by simply, when the general contour of the line goes up, crescendo, when the general contour of the line goes down, diminuendo, and use that as a starting point, and then start to make decisions about how you would like to have some contrast and get some exciting changes that would make this interesting to an audience. Imagine as you're making your video that you're preparing this for an audience, as the judges are looking forward to hearing your performances and they want you to do well. They love to hear things that show a performer's musicality. You will be able to hear the breathing spots that I use in this, and 4 lines from the end, I think it's very appropriate to slow down at the end of that line, as you will hear me do, and to breathe and then start again 3 lines from the end where it comes back just like the beginning. It highlights that return. You may also have some questions about the double sharps that occur in this. F double sharp would raise an F by 2 half steps, and therefore it would be the same finger as G. G double sharp would raise a G by 2 half steps, and that would be the same fingering as an A. Also, a C double sharp would raise the C by 2 half steps, and that would be the same fingering as D. I will now perform this etude for you. Thank you for joining me today, and please remember where you're adding musical contrasts the guidelines that I talked about in my oboe lesson on building a musical vocabulary. If you play the same thing twice, play it slightly differently so you can add some dynamic contrast and make this exciting. Good luck on your audition, and please let me know how it goes.